Okay, well, hi everybody. My name is Susan P.A., and I'm a healing arts practitioner and a conscious channel for spirit. And I've been in private practice for about 20 years now. Before that, I was a student for many years, and it wasn't until my friends pushed me and said, you know what, enough being a student, it's time for you to get out and do things. So that's how it all kind of came to be for me, you know, the support of friends, seeing a potential within me and within you, and I'm sure all of your support system, you know, sees something bright within you and encourages you. So here we are now, 20 years later, doing this thing. And congratulations to Greg, and I wish you all success in your endeavor. So what I wanted to talk to you about today was my personal experience in the last, I'd say, about 18 months, what's been kind of going on for me. In terms of the evolution of the spirit, evolution of the energies, how we're aligning, you know, all the things that have been going on. So I guess, but before I tell you about that, I just want to say that, you know, way back when I was doing my work, what seemed to be happening as time went on, I always knew I had spirit energy around me and had guidance, and thought a lot of times it was my imagination, and, you know, come to find out I really did have some, you know, some guides around me, and I wanted to understand that process more, and I began to really look in depth at channeling and mediumship, and I thought that's really where I just wanted to, you know, hang my sign and just be, I really wanted to be a physical medium. You know, I thought that was pretty cool, and, you know, I must have had roots in the spiritualist church many years ago, because I just really, we've been to Lilydale, and I love all the spiritualist camps and all the stories of, you know, the ectoplasm and all that kind of thing. And I've actually sat with a few physical mediums, and it's pretty exciting work, you know. But the universe had other plans for me, and next thing I know, people are calling me and they want me to do sessions with them. So I thought, well, I guess I better learn how to do that. And then they wanted me to teach them, and I said, well, I guess I better learn how to do that. So, you know, it's always been this encouragement from behind the scenes to motivate me, to get me to move forward. So, and I'm doing pretty well and listening to their guidance and wisdom and through the years. But this last 18 months or so, I think I was pretty much in a place of stasis. You know, everything was pretty good. You know, this nice little practice, and, you know, it was, my life was pretty predictable in a certain way. And I ask, as I always do, you know, Spirit, show me where you want me to go. Show me what you want me to do. Help me. Help me evolve and grow. What's the next step? I'm not hearing it. I don't see it. I can't feel it. What's happening? Well, you know, when you ask, you receive. And so one of my clients, a lovely man who is studying with the Self-Realization Fellowship, which is the Yogananda group, was getting prepared to take his full pledge to the SRF, and wanted to have a hands-on session with me because he wanted to be as clear a channel as he could be to receive this indoctrination into the Yogananda Fellowship. So he came to me for energy work on the table. So I'm working with him as I would any other session. And what ended up happening, when I came to the base of the spine, I got this download that I can't even begin to describe to you. I started to actually shake with the level of energy that was coming through me. And what I saw in my mind's eye was this double helix, and it was huge, and it was yellow, and within it were pulsating spectrum of color. So it's this swirling double helix, spectrum of color, downloading through me into my client, and he starts having this experience with this energy as well. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's, you know, I guess Yogananda really wanted you tuned up. So I didn't think anything of it, you know, quite frankly. I mean, I thought it was a pretty awesome session, and I thought it was unique, because all sessions are unique, you know, to whomever you're working with. So happened to the next client, and the next, and the next. And so I knew that Spirit had kicked it up a notch, quite a few notches actually, because this was the energy, as I was told later on, that is coming in to support people as they are evolving and growing, as they are balancing the energies within themselves. What I'm also told is today, when we do our little meditation at one point, we're going to have a group download of this energy. So I'm very excited about that for all of us. I think it'll be really cool. So anyway, that started to happen for me. And then the next thing that occurs is a friend of mine who is a founder of the Cosmic Mystery School out in Kentucky is coming to New York City to kick off the 11/11 last fall. And what they're doing is they're amassing 13 crystal skulls. Her teacher is Mayan Elder Hunbut's men, and he's flying up from Mexico, and they're all going to be there in the city, and they're going to be at the Self-Realization Fellowship Center, because they can't hold it the place they were going to hold it, because there were going to be too many people there. And I hadn't seen this gal in many years, and we had been part of a spiritual practice together, oh my gosh, maybe 20 years ago. So we talk a lot, but I hadn't seen her. So I said, all right, fine, I think I'm going to go up. And, the crystal skulls really aren't my thing. The Mayan stuff's not my thing. I'm really working esoterically with all the spirit guides and, all of that type of thing. So I go. And years ago when we were together in a group experience, we practiced an open-eyed meditation. So because when you are meditating with your eyes open, you're embracing all of life. And then we would take it up a notch and we would meditate on each other. So we're looking in the eyes of the windows of the soul. So when we would meditate on each other. And so it was a pretty profound experience. So I'm sitting in the audience, only hundreds of people, and there's all these skulls across the stage, and my friend's sitting up here, and we go into this meditation, and we practice the open-eyed meditation. It's just a natural thing, and when we're gazing at each other, I see the golden heart connection arise between my friend and I, and the next thing I see is this beautiful magenta ray of light that forms in between the two of us. Now, this magenta ray, as I began to focus more on it, encapsulated the entire room. The magenta ray, which I find out later, is the color of the 12th chakra, the gateway to the unknowable, the great mystery. So this energy, again, show me where you want me to go. So I'm a channel now for all these energies that are coming through. So the magenta ray is now coming into my work. I have this double helix DNA that's coming through the healing work that I'm doing. Then, for whatever reason, I'm compelled, we have to go to Mexico for the spring equinox. Well, I've never been out of the country before. Don't know what this is all about, but here we go. We're off to Mexico, and we have these unbelievably mystical experiences in Mexico. And my husband has them too, so it's a pretty interesting experience all the way around. And we went to many of the sacred sites, had past life memories coming up, and all kinds of things. It was really an awakening. After that, what did we do after that? I think we went to Mount Shasta, and again, as I say, I've always worked with the beings of light. I've never really gotten into. I mean, I've gone and had experiences with shamanic work and have done some things with American Indians and things like that, but my heart has always been here. So when I'm in Mexico, what's happening is I'm realizing, and it's written all through Mayan lore, the connection between the space friends, the spirit beings, and the people of the earth, and how they came together to create so much of what we know. These Mayan pyramids are found all over the world, and they are actually reflective of the constellations in the universe, the sky. So it's a pretty awesome thing to be awakened to. And then I think, how small am I really, because all these mysteries have been going on forever. And I'm just beginning to scratch the surface.
That's perfect then. So I want to interrupt. Can we do the meditation?
Oh,
It's on this
sure.
one.
Okay.
So I'm not that much of a stickler for exact dates and times, because God knows what actual day it is. We made up the calendar, So, but supposedly, celestial-wise, the energies that are coming in are actually started on the 21st and end on the 23rd, and today's actually the apex. what luck that I chose today. So someone had told me that like at 1 o'clock was really where like the most energies are coming in from this kind of cosmic alliance, and it's like just a couple minutes to 1. So that's why
Okay.
I just wanted to say that. So why not? We'll do
Why
a
not tap
meditation.
into
Yeah,
it,
might
right?
as well tap into it now, and
All right.
I'll let you take it away.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and do that. I may finish my story. We may go someplace else. We'll see. All right. So everybody, let's just get quiet. We've been in the mind here for a few minutes, so let's just drop our focus and attention from our mind on our out breaths. Just drawing your mental energy, thinking mind, energy down through your body. Just feel it moving down. All the way down through the bottoms of your feet, anchoring you into the center of the earth. I want you to draw beautiful earth energy up from the center of the earth. Just imagine that it's gently moving toward you. It's moving into the bottoms of your feet, and it's traveling up your body. Feet, the legs, the hips and pelvis, the front and back of the body, meeting at the base of the neck, moving across your shoulders, down your arms, and into your fingers, and all the way up into your head. I want you to imagine that your crown chakra is opening the top of your head and begin to receive the golden white light that shines above us all. Just feel it streaming in to the top of your head and merging with this beautiful earth energy, the divine marriage of heaven and earth. Feel it moving through you from head to toe. And to know in this moment as always that we are one with all things. We are grounded to the earth and connected to the heavens above, surrounded and protected by the pure white light of God. May only good things come from us. May only good things come to us, for we are eternal beings. I want you to bring your focus and attention now to your heart. And as you look deep within, you see a beautiful flame, the flame of the fire of the heart. The spirit spark within you all grows brighter and brighter and greater the more you focus upon it. You see this light traveling through your entire body, out through the pores of your skin, and into your energy field. And as this light expands from your heart through your body and energy field, it merges with the energy fields of all the others here in this room. And the light grows brighter and brighter, and we are all absorbed within. I want you to imagine that part of who you are begins to leave the physical body and float on a golden string into this beautiful, beautiful pool of light. The light quickly becomes a pillar, a beautiful pillar of light, and you find yourself ascending. And as you do, you realize that you have merged with this light, the light of infinite possibilities. And here we say the prayer that we may let go of all that does not serve us in this life, in past lives, or in future lives. We release it here in the infinity realm for transmutation. And we ask to be filled with the light of possibility, the light of infinite possibility for all. It is not, friends, unique to one or the other. It is not, friends, something that you may think you are experiencing, but rather know and believe in every cell of who you are. Yes. It is easy to dismiss something of this magnitude, for it may be beyond comprehension, but do know it is here for you. Anytime you choose, you may fill your hearts with this energy. Anytime you choose. And as we are expanded, as we are rising even higher and higher, we begin to become aware of an energy that transcends us in this expanded state. And we realize this beautiful yellow ray that comes. And this yellow ray that comes begins to spin and turn as the double helix energies are realized. And feel this beautiful transmission coming into your hearts. And see the spectrum of colors as representations of the rays of the light of God, filling you, not just the heart, not just the physical, but the spirit light within. And as this spirit light dances into the physical, it is realized within every cell. Every cell, as you look at every cell, you will see the happiness that is awakening within. This, my brothers and sisters and friends, is your birthright. It is not to feel separation at all. It is not to be separation at all, but to know and recognize your unique bliss within. And as you radiate, as you shine, as you awaken yourselves, as you awaken yourselves, you are radiating light exponentially for all the world to see. The golden sun shines on you, on you. The golden sun arises in your heart. For every day, yes, every day that you breathe in this land, you will know we will never part from you or yours or those We are with you all. We love you all. We bless you all. You are all our hearts. Do be kind, 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 do be kind to all that you meet. I want you now to begin your return to the physical. And take your time as we begin to recognize the consciousness of that part of who we are that has allowed itself to be open and feel the beauty of the infinite ray. Feel that consciousness beginning to dense down. Feel the more solid piece of who you are tracking down the pillar of light. And pause. And allow that part of who you are to walk around this room right now and see all of the others who are here in form, in spirit body, and all of the angels and the guides and the helpers, everyone who is here to celebrate this transmission with you. And now find your own unique self. And as you stand facing yourself, you bow and acknowledge each other. And you now feel this part of who you are, the traveler, the seeker, the higher self. Turn and be seated back within you. Take a moment to integrate that energy as it comes into your physical body. Just rub your hands together slightly. You may move your feet a little bit on the floor just to get an awareness that you are here in the physical, 100% present. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. What I'd like to do to really integrate what just happened for us all, I want you to cross your legs at your ankles. I want you to put your hands in front of you, back to back, and then just cross one over the other. Doesn't matter which one it is. Join your fingers. Roll up. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just take some nice breaths. All right, uncross your ankles. Roll your fingers out, hands out. Now put your fingers together. And we're going to just say to ourselves, I give permission for my hands and my fingers to move in whatever way they need to in this moment to correct and balance any imbalances as a result of the transmission. Just let that go. Don't move it, let them move you. Just trust it. Permission. And when that is complete, let's come back to your present state. So how are we doing?
Good.
All right. It did. It got a little chilly in here, didn't it? Yeah, it's a little chilly, but that's fine. Anybody like to share their experience of that meditation, the transmission? Go ahead.
It was one of the first times when you were doing the initial download from the right, and my hands felt like, I had carpal tunnel, but they just were like nerve. They were just like they were asleep and waking up, and I'm using and I tried to move like in case my arms were asleep,
Mm-hmm.
and they weren't. That was the manifestation. That's where I felt it. And then as we were finishing, for some reason I tried to pull my hands apart, and I couldn't.
That's not the mind. That's the wisdom of every cell that we ask to do that. And that's a really cool little exercise that you can do for yourself. It's actually part of this particular modality that I just did. But there is a modality out there called Katsugen. And you can just simply say, like if you have a stiff neck or something like that, you can say, I give permission for my head and neck to move in any way it needs to in order to correct itself. And next thing you know, or your body, if you have low back problems, give permission to your low back to move. Really interesting. I invite you to play with that. That's a fun little toy. And it really, really helps. It works. It really, really works. Yes.
I felt a profound sense of joy. And when we were doing the aligning, my hands were like kind of crooked. So what does that mean? It was like when you said put your hands together and just let them do what they should. I found them like this.
That's okay. That's what they needed to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what they needed to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real, this thing up here, it has a really good purpose. But, sometimes when we're doing the esoteric work, we really have to put our, mind over here. That's why when we do this, we travel out on that part of who we are, that more, the higher self, the higher plane element of who we are. Because if a 3D body mind goes there, this thing is really firing off. You know, what does this mean? So anyway, so please enjoy that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else like to share? Okay. Well, I think I still have a little bit of time, so I'll continue my story. So I think I left you all, and we were in Mexico at the time, moving right along. So we were in Mexico at the time, and so we have this experience, and then we go to Mount Shasta, and that's right, I was starting to talk about that. This big transmission from my space friends, you know, and I'd been told that I needed to go out there. The guides told me I had to go out there for like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years. And I thought, well, how am I ever going to get there? How am I going to get there? And then the opportunity came, and we went and had a wonderful experience there, and really a profound transmission that came, and as a conduit, the energies moved through, and they went off into the oceans, which was pretty awesome. And I get back, and my friend, who I'm doing some work with now, is telling me that we need to go to Serpent Mound, Ohio, you know, which is a Mayan sacred site. So we go out there, and we're talking to the serpent, and we're telling the serpent that there are many people here who want to awaken, and will you please awaken too, to help them. So that was, and everything that we did so far has been in the pouring rain, the freezing cold, or the blistering heat. We, you know, no air conditioning anywhere here. I mean, this is a true pilgrimage, and going on trust and faith. So we go and we have this experience at Serpent Mound. Beautiful ceremony there. And then we have the build up to 12/21. So we're doing, again, this person I'm working with, we do an activation on the 28th of November because that's a very key time. On the 12th of December, we're in Montauk, New York, which is the very tip of Long Island, in the freezing cold, in the wind, and we're doing stuff there and talking to these whales, and the gentleman who came with us works with the whales. You know, I know these things, and you know, it's all weaving together. I can't pretend to understand what this tapestry is all about, and I've transcended, I've gone across all the things that I've ever known or experienced, and everything has woven this quilt. And we talk about, you know, the beautiful rays, and this is an interdenominational church, and we have all these beautiful symbols here, and the lovely rainbow that comes through. And years ago, I had a spiritual teacher that told me that there are many rays to God, and here they are, this beautiful spectrum of color. And within each spectrum of color, there are variations, there are striations of color. And within each striation of color, there's you and me. And some of us are very pale, and some of us are brilliant. And some of us are someplace in between. But we're all there. We are all there. And I have to tell you, the best is yet to come. It really, really is. You know, we talked a lot about the 12/21, and you, Greg, talked about children. Several of my clients, I've worked with their children as well, and they were saying, call Susan and find out, is it really going to be the end of the world? I mean, these young girls really terrified that they're going to wake up and there's not going to be a tomorrow. And I said, oh, honey, we're just getting started here. You know, we're just getting started. So it's going to be a beautiful day, and it certainly is. So I want to thank you, Greg, for having me here. And I just love doing this for you all. And God bless you, and I hope you have a beautiful afternoon here.
Thank you.
Thank you.